Hello, this is Mindy from The Weekend Gardener, and today I have a gardening tip for you, and it has to do with one of my favorite flowers, the nasturtium. Now, the nasturtium is an annual, and what I really like about it is there's all sorts of different varieties. There's trailing, there's bush type, there's variegated, there's bicolor, multiple choices for the nasturtium. The other thing I like about it is the flowers are also edible, so you get beauty and something to eat at the same time. But what a lot of people don't know is the trick to growing nasturtiums. Now, before I get into that, I want to talk a little bit about nature. Nature does some unique things, and one of the things that Mother Nature has done with the nasturtium is she's made the seed coat hard, and that's to protect the seedling. In the wild, what would happen, the nasturtium seeds would be picked by some wild animal who would gnaw on it and might cause some slight nicks in the seed coat, but regardless, it would rough up the seed coat, and in doing so, it would make it easier for the seedling to break through and come to the surface of the soil. But when you plant this in your garden, you plant this nasturtium seed in your garden or your container, you don't have that natural process. So the best way to get the best germination of your nasturtium seeds is to mimic that process. Now, I have a couple of different techniques that you can use, and I'll tell you which one I prefer and why I prefer it. And then once you try one of these techniques, you will definitely see a difference in your germination rate. So the first technique, and this is for the gardener who's in a big hurry to get that container garden planted or be the first one in their neighborhood to have blooming annuals. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a simple fingernail file. Now, if you have sandpaper will work. But what you're going to do is you're just going to sand on the seed coat, and that is enough on the roughest part of your fingernail file, and that is enough to cause abrasions in the seed coat. And you know, there's no rhyme or reason, there's no how many times you have to sand on each side. You just want to go around and sand on different areas of the seed coat. At this point, for the gardener that's in a hurry, you could go ahead and plant your nasturtium seeds in the ground, or if you're starting them indoors, you go ahead and plant them. Another technique, if you don't have the fingernail file or you don't have sandpaper, is to simply put it in a glass of water and let the nasturtium seeds soak in that water for 24 hours. After that time, the seed coat itself has absorbed enough water that it has softened up and will increase your germination rate. The technique that I really like to use is both. I like to sand my nasturtium seed, and then I like to put it in the glass of water. The reason for this is the seed will take up more water quicker once that seed coat has been sanded down. So the next time you're thinking about growing nasturtiums, or you're an avid nasturtium grower, give this technique a try. I promise